ATK in this thing, TKG type fucking. ATK in this thing, TKG. What is good with y'all, man? Listen, y'all see the title, y'all know what we're getting into, man. You know, rap fans, well, really music fans, find any and everything to complain about. There's no satisfying anybody in this universe anymore, especially music fans. So, of course, like I said, you see the title. We're not going to waste too much time, man. Here are the 10 worst types of music fans out there. Now, this one could be seen as, it could be innocent. If you just like what you like and you keep it positive, then whatever. But it could also be very, very negative. Again, I could point out Playboi Carti fans because they are the worst type of one-dimensional fans. You've met a Carti fan, I'm sure. If you're a rap fan, you've met a Carti fan. One way or another, you've run into one. There's no way you haven't. Say what you will about that man, but his fan base is massive. So you've talked to at least one of them, or at least run into someone with him in his profile picture. Doesn't matter. You've seen one or heard of one, or you've heard horror stories of how they act and dress. Good Lord, are they the worst fucking dressers possible? Okay, y'all say what y'all want about homophobia out here, but when it's time to talk about Playboi Carti and how he is, everyone gets quiet. But yeah, you know how they are. They'll pretend like the specific subgenre is the best subgenre. No one can mess with it. No one's more live than Carti. No one's better than Carti. No one, there's the specific excuse why Carti's streams wouldn't be higher than a specific artist. There's so many excuses why he didn't drop his albums on time. Doesn't matter. The excuses, they never fucking stop. And that's what's so bad about the one-dimensional fan. When they like what they like, sometimes they'll defend it almost to the death. It's so many bad examples out here. Like, again, the innocent way, you ask somebody, hey, what kind of music do you like? They'll say, oh, I like trap music. Oh, I only really listen to Future. And that part really, it gets under my skin a little bit. When you hear the word, I only listen to, which means that you're not willing to broaden your horizons to anybody else. And, or you try to, like, when you try to, that's cool. But most times, the one-dimensional fan doesn't give a fuck. They only want to listen to A, B, and C, or people that are like that. But again, it could get really, really bad too. This one is one of the more relevant to today fans. They'll cling on to somebody that everybody's talking about, and the second everyone stops talking about them, gone. It's one of the worst fucking things out here, and it's even more ridiculous in rap, personally. You saw it with Ice Spice. Everyone clung on to the new, light-skinned, cutesy, innocent, big booty girl. And now no one really gives a fuck. It's going to happen more and more and more and more. You see someone with an interesting intangible, you cling on to it. Everyone's like, oh, look at that. Oh, they said this thing. Oh, they're doing this thing. Until 1 or 2 years goes by. And to be fair, it's on these artists, sometimes too. They think that thing that made them popular is going to keep them popular. But again, one of the most overused examples of switching it up is Doja Cat, where, she got in the game as a joke. She's remained in the game as a serious talent. And because of that, the joke became one of the biggest megastars in her genre. Like Dave Blunt, you see now, there's no way he's going to survive as a star mega. He's not a megastar. Let's get this clear. He's not going to be a megastar. He's not a superstar. Like, everybody needs to get through their heads what exactly that is with him. They see some really, really big guy. Oh, he looks interesting. He sounds good. He has a topic that, sounds okay to talk about. Or at least he sounds good talking about the bad topic. Everyone's gonna cling on to what he has to say, or get as much out of the lit shit he has going on. The second that shit gets a little bit repetitive, it's on to the next. It never fails. But he is going to cultivate a small to large fan base within that span, and that fan base is going to disintegrate the second he drops an album that doesn't at all sound like it never fails. Never fails. So really, to me, this is really the worst type of fan. Definitely one of the most annoying. But it can't get worse than this. Trust and believe me. It quite literally does not matter what type of music you listen to. You will encounter this type of fan. I don't care what music you listen to, whether it's rap, whether it's pop, country, you will run into this type of fan. You will hear this fan in real life and social media. You never won't run into this fan. I don't care what time of history it is. For the 90s kids, it was the 80s junkies. For the 2000s kids, it was the 90s junkies. For the 2010s kids, it was the 2000s and 90s junkies. For the 2020s kids, it's the 2010s and 2000s junkies and the 90s junkies. It never stops. These are the fans that, my time was better. Back in my day, they was putting out some real shit. Having real effort, and back in my day, like shit felt real. The shit these kids is putting out now is just junk. It's not shit. Basically, old heads and or the worst type of fan, the young fan who's nostalgic for what they weren't even alive for. It's absolutely stupid. To those young ones, they say shit like, I wish I was alive back then. No, you don't. You get to listen to every piece of music right now. It's at your fingertips right now. You get to listen to every piece of that has, like, the only thing you can't listen to is what hasn't been released yet. Obvious. You have to wait for that. You could go back and listen to Tupac, Biggie, all them people right now. But for those nostalgic junkies, they don't care. They don't care. They'd rather live it. They'd rather be back in the 90s when, they a fresh Tupac album could come out and they could listen to it for the first time. For them, it's like, it's super real for them. These are some of the most hardcore fans that you're going to find. 9 times out of 10, they're rap historians too. They listen to this new music and they're like, Tupac wouldn't put this out. Biggie wouldn't put this out. Lil Kim wouldn't put this out. Eve wouldn't put this out. Missy Elliott wouldn't put this out. It never fails. You cannot impress them unless it's somebody like Joey Badass or something like that, or somebody that kind of reminds them of the 90s. Someone that reminds them of our old style. Oh, they made music with Jay-Z. Now this is a young cat that respects the old times. It's super fucking annoying. You will never get rid of them. They're every fucking where. There's a very big vocal group of people out there that it does not matter how good the rapper is. If that skill is attached to white skin, it's invalidated. It doesn't even matter. They get made fun of simply for being white. This is one of the more hot button things I've always spoken about. And some people have even come to me and said, it's kind of coonish to even say this type of shit. But if it were black people getting told, oh, you can't make rock music, oh, you can't make country music, oh, you can't do all this. And I understand it does happen. Hell, look at Shabuzi. Country fans refuse to acknowledge that he is one of the biggest country artists out. That he has the biggest country song out. With the bar song, It happens. It exists. But here's something that y'all can't do. Here's something that it doesn't work. And black people, y'all can attest to this more than anything else. What happens to you, you don't always have to do to somebody else. Sometimes y'all just have this mentality to, oh, they did it to us, so we're going to do it to them and we're going to do it worse. For y'all that say white rappers can't, there shouldn't be any white rappers simply because, oh, they don't want any black country artists or black rock stars. For starters, black people invented rock. Let's get that started there. I don't care though. I'm not saying that to be like, oh, they shouldn't be mad anyway. I don't care. Personally, I don't give a fuck. There's black art, there's black rock stars out there. There's white superstar rappers out there. So literally everything that anyone can say, it really doesn't fucking matter. There's some black rock band out there that is one of the biggest rock bands out. There's some white rapper out there that is one of the biggest rappers out. Look at Eminem. And I might sound stupid here, but I think the dude in Killswitch Engage is black. If not, I know the person that makes Cult of Personality, CM Punk's theme song, they're black, or the head singer is black. So it doesn't matter. All this shit is such a waste of time. Y'all just hating each other for what reason? Oh, there can't be any white rappers. Oh, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that was hard, but you're white, so it doesn't really, like, y'all, do y'all realize everyone can be racist? I don't give a fuck. Save the comment, okay? Save the black people can only be systematically racist shit. You sound stupid. You look stupid. You sound stupid. You're not Dr. Umar. Only Dr. Umar can say shit like that and somehow not get away with looking absolutely fucking ridiculous. Just absolutely stupid. It never fails. You look racist when you say that. And if you're not racist, you look prejudiced. And being prejudiced is a form of racism. Oh, I don't care. Okay, don't care. But when you care about your image and you say shit like this, just know you're contradicting yourself. White people are more than willing to become rappers if they come to this genre with respect. I didn't say we couldn't disrespect the ones that mock rap. I say we can let them in with open arms. Guys like Tom McDonald, they make a mockery of rap. So yeah, I love when people make fun of him because he doesn't belong here at all. He uses rap as a fucking stepping stone to further divide the world. That's not good. But rappers like Logic, rappers like Eminem, rappers like NF, bring them in. Jack Harlow, bring them in. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? Seriously, answer that question. I know what you was looking at. I use that picture for a reason. I know what you was looking at. I know what you were looking at. And that's one of the bigger issues with this specific fan. Their playlist is full of dicks, full of balls, full of hairy chests, full of beards, full of mustaches, full of dreads, full of I'm fucking all these bitches, full of that. But not enough of what you just saw. See, you see ass, you see Megan Thee Stallion's ass, and you simply assume that's all they want to talk about. Now, let me be honest here. Megan, sorry example. Shitty example. Because dead ass, there's nothing more to Megan than that. And it's not even, this is not, you know what I'm saying? She can talk about other stuff. She has. But she wants to be known for that. Sex shit. But every other woman is not like this. And even if they are, I want y'all to realize something right here, right now. Even when I say Megan Thee Stallion is mostly sex, that does not mean she's bad at rapping. Crazy, right? Talking about one thing isn't bad. Hell, y'all let Lil Baby get away with it. Y'all let the Baby get away with it. Y'all let Lil Durk get away with it. Y'all let a lot of rappers get away with that shit. Men get away with that shit. But as soon as a woman keeps it solely on her ass, she's one of the worst rappers ever. I personally think that Megan Thee Stallion is one of the best rappers out. Subject matter and all. I've said more male rappers are some of the worst rappers than female rappers. I think Sexy Red is one of the worst rappers of all time. I think Iggy Azalea is a prime candidate for the absolute worst rapper of all time. Yeah. And you don't hear Iggy Azalea talking about my ass super fat. Oh yeah. Atlanta accent. Oh yeah. Tigers and bears. You know, you don't, it's like, it's just listen to her. She's garbage. And if you're a fan of hers, then you trash too. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But y'all out there that don't want to listen to women for that reason and that reason only, I'm sorry, you suck. Now I used to be this type of guy, so don't pull the hypocrite card. I used to be this dude. I used to hear women as soon as they start talking about booties and riding dicks and all this shit. I used to be uninterested as fuck. I'm not like that now. I understand it's not for me. I understand I'm not supposed to digest that type of music. I understand that. I understand as a journalist, as a music, you know what I'm saying, a connoisseur and shit, as somebody that actually, listens out for new stuff and gives my take on it and has a trusted take on stuff like that. I understand that I'm not supposed to come into it with the blind eye and with the you know what I'm saying, thinking it's going to be the worst thing just because, I know the topic matter is about to be this, so it must instantly stuck. That's not good. And I'm not even saying if you're not somebody that does what I do, that you get a pass on hating like that. That's not good. It's never going to be good. It's never going to be okay, because there's a deeper rooted issue within y'all. Y'all see her ass and that's all y'all take them for. Oh, Megan fine as shit, but she can't rap. No, nigga, she fine as shit and she can rap. You just ain't opened your ears, bro. You're not trying to open your ears. You just digesting her whole character with your fucking eyes. That's not how that should go. Why can't women be fine as fucking talented too? FKA Twigs is fine as fuck and talented. Doja Cat is fine as fuck, weird, but fine as fuck and talented. You know what I'm saying? Doechii is fine as fuck and talented. Why can't these women be fine as fuck and talented? You got the women that are fine as fucking trash, like Iggy and Sweetie and you know what I'm saying, Young Miami. But then you got the ones that break that trend. There's even some damn pie face ass girls out here that are you know what I'm saying, that are also still talented. Like I forget her name. No one really knows her name nowadays, but I'm sure y'all know who I'm talking about. Stop with that shit, y'all. Y'all don't make yourselves look good. I'm specifically talking to men, because if there's any anti-women out there, then that's a rarity. Okay, that's a fucking rarity. Now, I really could have mentioned anti-men fans, but those aren't so relevant out here. Those aren't so just evident out here. Those aren't so obvious. Those are hidden. But y'all dudes, y'all out and loud with it. Y'all everywhere on fucking Twitter and Instagram. Everywhere. As soon as y'all hear a woman talk, it's straight to she fine as shit, but baby, put the fries in the bag. Y'all niggas is ridiculous, bro. Cut it out, man. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been this way with a few rappers and still am with a couple. But an era fan is somebody that misses a specific time and period that, you know what I'm saying, for a rapper. Specifically, guys like Chance the Rapper, like Playboi Carti, like Young Thug, you know what I'm saying, like Drake even right now. Oh, I miss acid rap Chance. You know, he just sounded better. Oh, I miss Logic back when he was hungrier. Oh, I miss when Views Drake, you know, when he was actually rapping. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I miss self-titled Playboi Carti when you couldn't actually understand what he was saying and he wasn't making us wait for albums. You know? Them type of fans. I'm here to tell y'all, the ones that think like that, y'all are kind of blocking y'all blessings. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now again, you are allowed to say, I've had enough. But then there's just this elitist attitude about it all. Like, oh, I listen, Chance the Rapper? Yeah, I listen to Chance, acid rap Chance, when Chance was really good. Y'all are dickheads, okay? I'll say this, and I'm gonna risk sounding really, really, really hypocritical here, really stupid, okay? Chance was never a bad rapper. Chance was never a bad rapper. He just sounded cornier. And I think that's something we all need to realize. He's not even in the situation with his wife anymore. He's divorced, or going to be divorced. People say, and people have this idea or this illusion that Chance the Rapper lost all his talent when he dropped The Big Day. He's dropped a few songs since, he hasn't dropped a project since, but he's dropped a few songs since. And I can't actually tell you that they sound bad. It's just the corny aura, if I can even use that statement there. The corny aura was just so crazy with him. It's just you refuse to listen because his topic matter just got so fucking cookie cutter positive out of nowhere. And it was just like, nigga, what happened to you? And that's what drove a lot of people away. Cardi, I kind of get. I'm not going to lie to you. But Cardi still cultivates one of the bigger fan bases out here. But I'm still this type of fan with Playboy Cardi. I miss Dialect Cardi. I miss self-titled Playboy Cardi. I miss that Cardi. Because this a whole lot of red Cardi. I'll admit that my hate for a whole lot of red is a little exaggerated, but I will also wholeheartedly stand on the truth that I think that Playboy Cardi does not try as much anymore. I think Playboy Cardi is done giving a fuck because y'all give too much of a fuck to where he doesn't have to give that much of a fuck. Playboy Cardi could be one of the richest rappers out here for no effort. I'm not even talking about his music. Cardi can drop merch that absolutely looks stupid. He could just have a real blood stain. And that's it, like on the front of the shirt. Just that on a black shirt. Y'all will gobble it up. And I mean every connotation of the word gobble up. Y'all suck that man's dick to a level I don't think Iggy Azalea ever did. Y'all suck his dick to the point where I think that's why he acts gay. He didn't see his dick anymore, so he's confused himself for a woman. And that's why he dresses like a fucking woman sometimes. I don't care about the paint and nail shit. But the way that nigga dresses is nuts. But do as you must, okay? It's your money, spend it how you want to. Y'all going too crazy, okay? I didn't mean for this to be a Cardi rant, but y'all have erased that man's dick and nuts from his body. One of y'all has his balls. It's like Dan to Dan. One of y'all's out here with each of his fucking testicles, and one of y'all is running around with his whole ass dick in your mouth. It can't be nowhere else but in your mouth because I refuse to believe y'all are this observant. So yes, there's that type of fan that's absolutely irritating. The one that misses that style. When, again, if you fuck with the artist, again, you don't have to fuck with everything they do. That's a level of delusion that Cardi fans have reached. But again, inquire, check on them. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to outright abandon the fucking artist. Like Chance the Rapper, everyone just was done with them. You know? It's silly. Y'all can still check these artists out at least. You ain't gotta make fun of them or downright abandon them. That's the worst part about it. An Eris fan only listen to this style and then they'll say, oh, I don't like this artist anymore. But then still listen to that specific, you know what I'm saying, era from them. Ridiculous. I'm sure you've been in a car with somebody. They opted not to use the aux, turn on the radio, and they played a song that has, you know, been on is on the Billboard Hot 100, probably in the top 10. They're playing the shit out of it. God's plan. Boom, dun, dun. I don't know about my boat. Or maybe it's Lil Nas X. On the old town road, I wanna run till I can't no more. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's some fucking song that you deem bad. Let me say what you really meant to say. Oh, they're playing this popular song a bunch of times because, it's super marketable. Oh man, it's really annoying. I'm really tired of hearing this song. That's what you meant to say. Just because it annoys you doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. There's a lot of annoyingly catchy songs out here. But again, I'll say this, okay? I'll agree here. For the anti-mainstream fan, y'all dislike the artists that are, on the radio and or just have this, famous aesthetic about them. I'm here to tell you why that's really, really silly. I hate famous people that act famous. I like people that are genuine and act like themselves. I don't like people that play up to cameras and shit. So that's the part of mainstream I don't like. But simply saying you can't fuck with someone because they're on the radio, that's absolutely nuts. The whole goal for every artist is to get the most famous they possibly, or not the most famous, to get the most success possible so they can feed their families, so they can take care of themselves. If that winds up being getting their song on the radio, by all means, everyone wants that. Everyone's gunning for that. Everyone wants that to happen. Everybody wants that to happen. Y'all can't say that they're bad artists simply due to the fact that they're one of the select few to get lucky enough for the media to say, hey, this song that you made is really good. We're going to put this on the radio and play it like 1,000 fucking times. You being annoyed with their song does not mean that song is bad. You being annoyed with their song does not mean that they're annoying artists. You could turn off the radio and play their other stuff. It's just one song, probably from an album, that you could listen to in its entirety. Everyone, like, no, dude, just that's corny as fuck. That is so corny. Y'all know y'all wrong for this shit. Y'all know y'all are incorrect for this type of behavior. You knew who these people are. And if you're this type of fan, this is one of even the more innocent type of rap fans, I'll even say. Right next to the one-dimensional fan. Because this is super one-dimensional. This is about as one-dimensional as it gets. But this has a special kind of feeling to it. This shit feels racist. In fact, sometimes it fucking is racist. You've seen it. Even in politics, they don't really care too much for rap up until Tom McDonald starts talking about how the world is destroyed and all this shit. And now it's like, oh, we like that guy. They don't like anyone else, but they like Tom McDonald now. You know what I'm saying? I was around this one guy. Funny enough, his name was Marshall. That is so ironic. His name was Marshall. And, you know what I'm saying? We worked at a place together. It was a furniture place. And it was so fucking funny because getting his car, I met him, or I was cool with him enough to where, we would go to lunch together and shit like that. Pause. But we would go to lunch together. Actually, nah, I'll take that pause back. There's nothing gay about eating fucking food. Fuck you people. We go to the to go get some food. Turn on his aux. Out came NF. Next song was Eminem. Next song was he listened to one fucking black rapper. It was Tech Nine. And that shit was crazy to me. Now, he was a cool dude, but again, I asked him. I said, "Why don't you really listen to black artists, or why don't you really listen to black rappers?" He said, "I don't know. They're not really talking about anything but killing and all that stuff, and like fucking other people's girls and." Like, there's plenty of white rappers that are doing that too, but, I understood. I got it. The topic matter annoyed him. But what made me kind of annoyed with that whole thing was the fact that there was an assumption that there wasn't, you couldn't find some black artist, some black rapper that wasn't on that type of shit, You couldn't find some black rapper that was talking about building Legos and shit. Like, I'm not saying that only white rappers talk about nerdy shit. Because, again, any race could talk about any issue. There's white rappers talking about fucking bitches and smoking dope and selling their dick and all this shit. Like, it's a bunch of, yeah. He just outright refused to listen to black artists the way it sounded. There's people out there like this. They only listen to NF. They only listen to Logic. They only listen to Eminem. Eminem is like their messiah. They only listen to Eminem. They listen to they only listen to them rappers. And 9 times out of 10, it's not even like it's always mainstream white rappers. It's never like them underground ones. It's always a fucking mainstream white rapper. It's like they only want to listen to the ones that they have a feeling everyone else has heard, so they don't feel too bad about listening to them rappers because 9 times out of 10 you probably heard them too. It's like, nah, dog. Yeah, I heard them, but I heard them next to a fucking black rapper. It's like you're not that safe within this. Like, you're not getting away from the fucking criticism here. Like, clean up your repertoire, dog. Like, you could listen to other motherfuckers. So this one, again, it's a little more innocent, but at the same time, it just has that racial kind of fucking feeling about it. It just has that racist kind of little twang to it, a little seasoning on it. These are the motherfuckers you catch in real life. You could catch some of these on social media, but you normally catch these type of motherfuckers standing right in front of you when you ask them a question. These are motherfuckers that when you ask them, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? These real motherfuckers out here like Kendrick and Cole, and you know what I'm saying? Like these people that's bringing back the streets and the real, and then you ask them, name 5 songs, and then they name only their biggest songs and shit. And then you ask them to name something else, and that's all they've got. They don't actually listen to them, but they know of them and the person's influence. And or it don't even gotta be that. You're just asking them to listen to something. Oh, I listen to blank. It's just for the sake of conversation. Oh, I've heard what's the name? You don't actually listen to that person. These are some of the most annoying fucking fans because 9 times out of 10 you just so happen to having a conversation about, oh, this person's good and this person's good, and they have a comment about that person they actually haven't even fucking listened to. It's so irritating. It's so stupid. I'm never going to talk about someone, or if I have, then I admit to it. But 9 times out of 10, I try my hardest not to talk about people that I don't have too much knowledge on. I don't try to talk about people that I don't, it's like, it's silly. And that's why I'm always so hesitant to do like top whatever lists. Because, again, there's only so many people you know about. Do you really think every content creator on here within the hip hop community has listened to hundreds upon hundreds of rappers? If they have, and I asked them people to make a top 100 list, you're going to see a really funky fucking list. If I told them to actually add people they actually have heard, you're going to see people that belong nowhere near a top 100 list. You're going to see motherfuckers that you don't think should be on that list. But because their repertoire isn't that deep, that's because it's like that. That's why it's like that. If you ask me to make a top 100 list, I'm going to do the best I can for that to happen, for that list to come true. But make no mistake about it. Make no fucking mistake about it. I don't truly believe everyone has heard every rapper. That's impossible. You're going to ask someone about a rapper they have never heard before. And this specific fan is going to cap, is going to lie their ass off and pretend like they have heard that artist. Real quick, if you're talking to them online, they're going to bring up some real obscure shit from like 2000. Like, oh, J. Cole. They're going to bring up some shit from like 2008 or some shit. Oh, I heard back before, Sideline Story, shit, he was making songs trying to sound like Eminem and shit. He didn't have no hair on his head. J. Cole, I was there when he was just called Cole Quest, Cole Quest. You don't know about Cole Quest? You sleep, bro. Go back and listen to his old shit. Cole Quest, you know what I'm saying? He was out here. He was a demon. He had more soul back then. Go check him out. His song, see, you got me fucked up now. I can't even fucking, Journey. He made a song named Journey. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about his journey to meeting Jay-Z and shit, and getting money and all this shit. Man, just go listen, bro. Listen. You gonna fuck with it, man. You're gonna fuck with it because you know what I'm saying. If you like J. Cole, you gonna like Cole Quest. He is the truth. Fucking, you gonna fuck with it, okay? Go listen and then come back and tell me how you feel about it. I can recommend you a whole bunch more songs. I just, you know what I'm saying? You got my head fucked up right now with all these questions, so I can't really recommend you shit. I'm gonna send you a list. As a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't never gonna hear from that nigga again. This genre is for all of us. This genre is for anybody. Music is to be listened to. Music is to be digested. Music sometimes has messages that that a specific person can digest. No one should be shunned from this beautiful genre. So many amazing artists have come to this genre to make a difference. And I don't care what the purpose is for, whether it's club music, whether it's storytelling, whether it's troll music. It's all got a purpose. At some point, to somebody, it's all got a purpose. Ultimately, what I'm basically saying is, these type of people, these fans, they're the absolute worst to me. Because to be shunned from doing something that you think you'd want to do, before you could even try, someone is telling you no. And these type of people, they're telling these people no. You've got to realize that you look crazy and you are crazy. There is no worse thing in my mind than gatekeeping. And I don't care what you're gatekeeping. It's so fucking annoying that people feel like they have the right to say, nah, because you look the way you look, we don't want you nowhere near this. You're going to have an opinion that we don't care for. Yeah. They'll have an opinion that you don't care for. Don't project your stupid fucking values and beliefs onto everyone that shares your skin color and or your fucking ideology. Y'all stand within a group. Y'all can keep away from everybody. Or block everybody. Hell, I hate Trump supporters. Doesn't mean that you won't catch me not talking to one. I live around a bunch of them. But you don't see me going outside going, you don't get to live here. You know, like, no. No. They're not coming to my house telling me, no, you don't get to live here. You don't like Trump. You don't get to live here. They're not doing that to me. They don't get the right to do that shit to me. For starters, they don't pay my bills. They don't pay the shit for my house. They don't do anything for my house. They don't pay for my gas to get me back into work. They don't set up my camera so I can make these videos. They don't do shit for me. They don't get to tell me how I get to live my life just simply because of what happened in this world. Out of my fucking control. I'm only one fucking man. I can't change the world with just the one thing. That is beyond the point, though. You don't get to tell people how they get to live their life. People wake up and people decide, and somebody probably decides, you know what? I'm going to listen to Kendrick Lamar. And it's a white boy, or it's a white woman, or it's a Mexican man, or it's a Mexican woman, or it's an Asian man. It doesn't matter. Just as long as they didn't disrespect it in my face, disrespect my culture in my face, I don't care. Oh, the white boy's talking hood. Did he say the N-word in my face? No. Until that happens, I have no real reason to whoop that white boy's ass. White girls acting ghetto. As long as she's not openly mocking my fucking race, I don't give a fuck what she's doing. She might have, you know what I'm saying? You don't understand everyone's background. We can excuse Paul Wall for acting and talking the way he does, but Whoa Vicky's a fuck. You know what I'm saying? She is though. She's a dumbass. You're right for criticizing her. Again, when they're openly mocking something, it's time to stop them from mocking that something. But everyone ain't like that. Everyone is not like that. Some people come from different backgrounds. Some people come from different situations. We don't own talking ghetto, because that's put within under a stereotype. We get stereotyped for talking the way we do, for saying the N-word, and for dressing the way we dress. You put yourself in a box by gatekeeping these things. So when you want to gatekeep rap, and then rap looks so bad, and you're like, oh, we're not that. Remember, you said white people couldn't listen to this music, so white people shouldn't be able to join that. You want our crimes to only be our crimes until, and you know, it's like, it's silly to me. It's really weird to me. Anyone could do anything they want to do, just as long as they're not coming with disrespect towards it. Gatekeeping other people's races. Oh, you can't date a white woman. Oh, you can't date a black guy. It's silly. Who do y'all think y'all are? Not even the president is going to stop me from doing what I want to do. Truthfully. Be real with you. I don't give a fuck he was green, yellow, black, orange. I don't give a fuck what color that motherfucker is. He ain't stopping me from doing what I want to do. If I say it's time for Latina ass, guess what? Guess what? Guess what I'm gripping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do better, y'all. Do better. But beyond any case, man, listen, I'm going to tell y'all, man, I'm going to try to be a little more consistent, because I see y'all are fucking with all the culture videos. Every time I've posted, I've gained some subscribers. I fuck with the 400 that I've hit. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool starting over. It's really cool to see that number come up organically from scratch. I started this channel over and I had near 0, and we're nearly at 1,000 now. So the road to 1,000, you know what I'm saying, it is officially started. I am going to actually campaign to get myself to 1,000. I definitely want to reach that number by the end of the year. I think I can do it. By any means, man, you know what I'm saying? Become a part of TKG, because we talk about real shit here. We try to keep shit positive. We try to keep shit peaceful. Of course, you know, I got the IAmLee channel. Go check that out if you want to, you know, hear me talk about life issues and all that shit. And beyond any case, man, if you want to be a part of the podcast, I am bringing a podcast over to this channel. I've heard some people say that they've wanted me to just talk about rap shit, and I definitely have inquired about that. I'm gonna try to, though. I'm gonna definitely try to. Okay, you know, it's not impossible. I want to do those type of things, but I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need a guest. And then you know, of course, I could do solo dolo. I could talk by myself sometimes, so it doesn't really matter. I just need you to participate, and I need you to watch, and I need you to share this video, and I need you to like the video so it can be spread, and so everyone can see how dope TKG is and how fire the videos are. Because I am putting some sort of effort into these. But by all means, man, with all the rambling aside, you know what I'm saying? ATK and his thing, Bandana and his thing, SpongeBob and Patrick and his thing, Sagittarius and his thing, Gold Chain and his thing, Map in this thing, House in this thing, we in this thing. Peace out, man.